Wilcox, so go ahead, Jim.
I have the privilege of asking Dalles the questions today. Dalles was my sponsor in 1980-81. So,
That is my sponsor.
part of it. So, Dalles been the sponsor of a lot of people. Dalles, when did you join the Lions Club?
1974, 34 years ago.
That'll be 37 years ago, but that's okay.
Oh, it does say 37 on
You
this.
said 37 years ago. I know that. Somebody did the math and helped us out, Lionel. Why did you decide to join the Lions Club?
Well, I've been, Jerry mentioned what I was, a 2030 clubber. That was a JC. And I've been a JC, and when you got to be 36 years old, you had to get out of the JCs. That was our age limit because they wanted to keep younger people in there. And so I just didn't, you know, I heard a lot about the Lions Club and that they built the shelter at Sosa's Park and things like that. And you know, thought, well, it must be a pretty good outfit to join. And so a neighbor of mine by the name of Chuck Jackson at the time was a school teacher. And he invited me to join, so I joined.
What's your favorite fundraising activity?
Let's see, what did I write down? No, I put my favorite fundraising activity as the Christmas tree pickup. And Jerry stole all my thunder on that. Anyway, but that is my favorite activity, is a Christmas tree pickup. And one of the biggest things that ever happened at the Christmas tree pickup that I remember, besides the big shrub fire out there on the west end of town, was when Bill Hamilton lost his finger.
Oh, yeah.
Which one was it, Bill?
1989.
No, it's
Which finger?
It was in 1989.
It's still gone.
Anyway, Bill got the Christmas tree pickup started in 1972, and he has been the chairman of it. Well, he was out of town for a few years, but ever since he came back, he's been the chairman of it again. And it's raised over $60,000 since '72.
What's your favorite project?
Ringing bells.
Yes!
Especially if it's in front of the liquor store. You know, the old liquor store down there, they always brought you a few toddies when you were ringing bells, so you felt pretty good by the time you went home. Just got Christmas started. Really.
It was never that cold in front of the liquor store.
No, no.
Why would you encourage others to join Lions?
Well, I think, you know, just for the reasons of a lot of activities going on, and the Lions Club has a lot of fun at their meetings, and you know, they can learn a lot in Lions Club, really, and they do in any organization I know. But we just do a lot of different things, and it'd be good for them to join.
What's your favorite Lions memory?
Well, I kind of hate to mention it, but it was a trip to Pendleton Convention. Well, the state convention was in Pendleton, and I don't remember what year it was in. Jerry more than likely to remember what year it was in, but it was in the middle of the winter, of course, and so they started, like, people started taking the train from like Eugene and all down the valley and Portland, and they got here, and of course we went on up to Pendleton from here. And of course, you know, back then the Lions Club would have a drink or two. And so everyone went to the club car and got a drink, and finally, you know, the line was so long that it took you so long to get a drink that you'd maybe order two of them. Or maybe three, I don't know. Anyway, we got up there to Pendleton, and everybody was feeling real good. And so much of us went, well, I imagine the whole contingency from the Dalles went out to dinner. And this one Lion, who I don't think I want to mention his name, but he was sitting there eating his dinner, and all of a sudden his head went right in his grate. And his wife grabbed him and pulled him back up. You can't have mashed potatoes all the way around. So she took him to the motel.
Nice of Peggy to do that.
What local Lion, past or present, do you think deserves special historical recognition?
Well, I think Bob Durant is one. There's been a lot of Lions in this club that have done lots of things, but Bob has done maybe a lot more statewide. And while he was president of this club 2 years, which not many of us have been president for 2 years, and he, well, let's see, I'll have to look here to see what he, and he sets up the sight and hearing deal here every year for people, for the kids to get their sight and hearing checked and everything. And he was district governor, and now this year he's chairman of the consular. Well, he was chairman of the consular governors, and this year he's chairman of the state convention. But he's always been a real enthusiastic Lion and done lots of different things. He sets up bell ringing almost every year. There was a couple of years, I think, that Al Wynn did that too. But anyway, he's a good, solid Lion.
How would you like to be remembered as a Lion?
Well, just doing good in the community, I guess. Being active. I was president in 1981 and 1996, and then besides me, Jim Wilcox has been president 2 years. That's the only people who've had to take it 2 years to keep themselves interested, I guess.
Do you have any advice for young Lions, or people who are thinking of joining Lions?
Well, I think they just need to join and get involved in what's going on with the club. If they get involved in different projects, they'll have, a lot more fun. And, right now, the Leo's Club could get involved in the Christmas tree pickup. That would be one thing they could do. And there's several things they can do. And I really hope Lion 10 gets this Leo's Club off the ground.